Hey everybody, my name is Dave McKenzie and welcome to Beyond the Beat. If you're digging these videos, please subscribe to our channel and like the videos that you like because it helps us a lot and we want to keep on making them for you. It's super cool. It's a nice evolution of the studio. So I'm here to go over with you the F minor pentatonic system today. There's 5 patterns and then we'll redo the first pattern on the 13th fret. This is like a continuation of the E minor pentatonic scale lesson that I previously put out. It's just up 1 fret. Everything is moved up literally 1 fret. So the E minor pattern, if you can sort of review the old one, would be this in the open position. Right? That's quickly played for those of you that are just starting out here, but it's not that quick, but it's quick enough if you're starting. So if you move that whole pattern up, you don't have the luxury of playing all of the every other note open or whatever. So your index finger has to fret every note in the first fret. So to play this scale, I'm going to play through it slowly for you and clearly. You play the first fret on the low E string with a downstroke, right? And your pinky plays the 4th fret on the low E string, all right? And now your first finger plays the 1st fret on the A string. Your 3rd finger plays the 3rd fret on the A string. Your 1st finger plays the 1st fret on the D string. Your 3rd finger plays the 3rd fret on the D string. That's 1 octave of the scale. It's an F again there. And then your index plays the 1st fret of the G string. 3rd finger plays the 3rd fret of the G string. Your index finger plays the 1st fret of the B. Your pinky plays the 4th fret of the B. Your index plays the 1st fret of the high E. And your pinky plays the 4th fret of the high E. And that's the whole scale. Really, like, this is a tricky one because the frets are quite wide down here. So you want to make sure that your thumb is generally center, sort of in this kind of position here. You can sort of see mine poking up, but it's generally because my hand's so big. But you should sort of have your fingers, if you can, hover over the notes that you want to play so that you're not having to move your hand every time. And really try to use your fingertips. Don't worry if your pinky leans to the right and your index finger leans to the left. That's a natural shape that your hand is in. So that's really good. So we're going to go over those notes again. So 1st fret on the low E, 4th fret on the low E with your pinky, 1st fret with your index on the A string, 3rd fret with your 3rd finger, 1st fret on the D string with your index, 3rd fret on the D string with your 3rd finger, 1st fret on the G string with your 1st finger, 3rd fret on the G string with your 3rd finger, 1st fret on the B string with your index, and your pinky will play the 4th fret, and then your index will play the 1st fret on the high E, and your pinky will play the 4th. And we'll go backwards. 1st fret on the high E, 4th fret on the B, 1st fret on the B, 3rd fret on the G, 1st fret on the G, 3rd fret on the D, 1st fret on the D, 3rd fret on the A, 1st fret on the A, 4th fret on the low E, 1st fret. All right, we're going to go a little bit quickly now, a little bit more quickly. So we're going to go 1, 2, and we're going to graduate to down up picking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, 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 down. All right, we're going to go a little bit more quickly. Definitely, once you've memorized all 5 patterns going up the neck, get yourself a little online metronome or buy a metronome or just get a little groove going, like a little drum beat, and try jamming these scales with the beat and really, really vibe it out. Like don't be stuck just going up and down the scale. There's just so much that you can do with these. I'll be creating some backing tracks for you to play the scales over soon. So all of these scale systems that I'm giving you will be easily applied to the backing tracks that I make. But for now, just put a drum beat on and make sure that your timing stays good, and try to get a lot of clarity, and remember to make music with these scales. They're not just meant to go up and down, and that's what puts people off scales. It's very boring to just do that all day. No one, right? But like if you start playing riffy stuff, you know, like right? Really come up with some cool stuff. You just free yourself and get into it. But it does help to sort of, you know, just go up and down the scale and get the muscle memory and get the scale to the point that you don't have to think about it. That's the work, you know. So you've got to do that. So let's play a little bit more quickly. We'll stay on this first position one more or two more passes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up. I'm using a pick, but it's not necessary. If you don't like using a pick, don't. You know, some of the best players had, you know, textbook by you know, if you were to learn guitar textbook level 001 or whatever, they'd say never just play with your thumb. Well, Wes Montgomery, the great jazz guitarist, is clearly one of the best ever, and he just played with his thumb. So wrong. Pat Metheny, you know, a lot of instructional books say never hold the pick with 2 fingers and the thumb like this. Well, that's how Pat Metheny holds his pick. So the technique for guitar is quite different, you know, like it's a wacky instrument. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do. So if you like here's another way that you could finger pick the scales if you wanted to. I like doing this, where I go thumb, index, thumb, index. So I'm going down with the thumb, up with the index. And then I do love the popping. That you can get with your fingers. It's just really, really cool. I want you to be creative, and I want you to, you know, but I want you to be in time, and I want you to be clear. You know, don't just, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to say play from the heart. That's what I'm trying to say. Always play from the heart, and don't forget to make music with this stuff. All right. You can play the scale in thirds, and it really helps, and it handily works as a triplet beat. So if you go 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, and then you go up 3 notes, like 1, 2, 3, right? Now you go back 1 note, and then you start that same little pattern again. 1, 2, 3, and then you go back 1 note and start the same pattern again. 1, 2, 3, and back 1 note and start the same pattern again. 1, 2, 3. That gives us the octave, so you can go 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 5 triplet, 6 triplet, 7 triplet, 8 triplet, 9 triplet, 10, right? of cool. So I'm going to move on to the next pattern here, and this is on the I guess the fourth fret. You can put your second finger here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to say that's a wrap. We'll keep that as one lesson on the F minor pentatonic, and I'll let you work that out, and then I'll do the next position as the next little lesson. I'm making this stuff up as I go, which is how I like to play music as well. So I hope you really enjoyed that F minor pentatonic lesson. You could also look at it as the A flat major, right? There's just so much you can do with it. So get that scale in your bones, and don't be afraid to move it around. You can move it up to the 5th fret and try stuff. That's A minor. That'll work over a lot of cool songs. You know, if you're tuned to the Vance Joy recording of Riptide, you could play, you know, your A minor pentatonic scale right over that song. There's about 1 million songs out there that you could play your A minor pentatonic to. So dig it, play a lot of guitar, subscribe to our YouTube channel because that helps a lot, and like this video if you really liked it. So I hope you're doing well, despite the fact that the world is a little unsettled right now. It's a wonderful time to bury yourself in guitar music and make progress, really. You know, like a lot of people are going to progress nicely musically as a result of this extra time. So be kind to yourself, be kind to the people around you, and be kind to your guitar. Play it a lot. All right, signing off, Dave McKenzie at Beyond the Beat Studio. See you later.